Okay, good morning, grade 9. This is Teacher Mark. Our lesson for today is simplifying expression with rational exponents. How simplifying expression with rational exponent? What is rational exponent? An exponent that is a fraction. How do we illustrate and read exponent? So, for example, 5 raised to 3 or 5 cubed equals 125. So, if you change it into radical, it will become cube root of 125 is equals 5. 5 is the base, 3 is the exponent. As you may see in this diagram, the 3 were in here, the 3, the exponent, it will become your index in your radicand, and then this 5, what you call base, is will become the answer. And also, the 125 will be at the base of the radicand. Okay? So that's how you change an rational exponents to radical. So how would we simplify this expression? What does a fraction exponent do to the number? So 9.5 is like 9.5. If you change that, the number can be written as a radical expression with an index of denominator. So it will become 2 radicand of 9, 2 root of the 9 to the base of 9, or you just call it square root of 9. Okay, fine. Just like that. So the rule of rational property is just like this. So b raised to 1 and equals n square root of v. Or a number 64 raised to 1/3 is equals to cube root of 64, and then simplify it, it will become 4. It is because when you multiply 3 times, you multiply 64 to get that. So that is 4 times 4 times 4. So because that is cube root, so the cube root of 64 is 4. Okay, next. So the rule of rational. So let's try this. So for example, we have here, we need to change this in instruction. So you may see there is a invisible one there. Okay, so there is an invisible one. So how do we change that? First, you write b, and then fraction sign, so it will become 1 over 5. Always remember that this index number in the radical will be, it will become the denominator of this b. Okay, if they have an exponent. Then how about this one, teacher? So in this number, again, there is an invisible one there. If there is no index there, therefore there is an invisible 2. If in full number there is invisible 1, but in a square root there is an invisible 2. Always like that. Again, take note, there is always like that. If there is no number attached with the index of the radical, therefore that is 2. So therefore, if we have 2 as an index and there is a 1 there, therefore this is the exponential exponent of this. Teacher, what if just like this? So we have cube root of x squared and y to the fifth power. What if like that? What if the given is just like that? So example, if that is so therefore we change that to third y 5 over 3. Okay. So next, what about teacher if this like this? Okay, 81 x square cube and then y. So therefore, as you may see, there first is you must to simplify it. So it will become 9. Square root of 81 is 9 because 9 times 9 is equals 81. So therefore, the square root of this is 9. So in this part, there is an invisible 2 there. So therefore, if you minus 3 minus 2, it will become 1. Okay? So again, there will become x here, the outside of the radicand, and then it was one x will left here. So therefore, this is the simplified. But you need to change it into exponential, so that will become 9x, and then x raised to 1 half, and y into 1 half. You may also write this into just like this, 9x times xy raised to 1 half. Okay, you may write like that. Okay? So, evaluate the following. So, as you may see in here, 25 raised to 1 half, okay? 25 raised to 1 half is simplified as 5 squared. Why there is a 5 squared? Because we all know that 25 came from 5 times 5. So, it's just like 5 squared and a half. So, after that, you cancel the 2 there at the bottom, okay, and the top of 5 or the exponent, so you cancel. So the remaining is 1, therefore that is 1 or equals 5. Okay, next. So as you may see, again here, 27, as you may see, 27 is 3 times 3 times 3. So therefore it's just equal to just like this. So if the given is just like that, so you must to cancel 3 and 3. Again, the number we left is 1. So therefore 3 raised to 1 is 3. Okay? That is how you evaluate the rational exponent. First, and the second one is the order, as rather the third one is the third given is just like this. Again, as you may see, they are enclosed with open parentheses. In our previous lesson, I told you there is a big difference if the number has a open close parenthesis. So negative 125 to 2/3 raised to 2/3, and then get the exponential. After that, you cancel. Therefore, that is 2, and then that is 25. Because negative 5 times negative 5 equals positive 25. Next, a fractional. Fractional, 36 and 49. Again, 6 squared. When you multiply 6 times 6, that is 36. And 7 times 7 is 49. So, negative 3 over 2. 6 over 7. Teacher, why is it just like 6 over 7? So, it is because when it distribute the negative 3 to therefore it cancel. So, the remaining number is just like this, negative 3. So, negative 3, negative 3. So, as you may see, as we learned last lesson, that if there is a negative exponent, you must to interchange it. You must interchange. As you may see, the next panel here, it interchanged the number. The denominator will become numerator and numerator will become. What teacher question? The question is, what if only negative 3? Only, example, only on the bottom of the top number has a negative. What will happen? So it will happen just 6 raised to 3 times 7 raised to 7. Okay? And what if about teacher mark, the number at the denominator has a exponent, negative exponent. So therefore, you just like that. Sa taas po siya. Okay? Then it will become over 1. Then simplify it. Okay? So express each radical in exponential form. So as you may see, ninth root of x is equals to x raised to 1 over 9. So as you may see here, cube root of 27 m squared n squared equals 3 raised to 3 m squared n squared 1/3. So first in this scenario, they just change it into exponential. Then after that, it's simplified. So as you may see, 1/3 distribute by all this enclosed parentheses, and then that's it. Okay. Then next here, as you may see here, the tips here, you just multiply 3 times 2 to get the exponential form of this. Okay. Next. So x squared y squared x is z cubed fifth root of 3xyz. So as you may see, you just change this radical into exponential form. Then after you change that, sir, why is it there is no 1/5 here? Okay, I forgot to write it, but now I will write now. Therefore, that is the simplifying form of this number. Okay? Sir, why is it there is bakit po naging x to the fifth po yung Kasi 'di ba x to the fifth po, x to the fifth ay x squared, x squared. Okay, x to the fifth. Then you multiply x 1/5. So if you multiply, 'di ba as we say that we need to add, right? You need to add those numbers. So for example, x, and then you will add it 2 plus 1/5. So we add it. So x is equals to 10 plus 1 over 5. So that will become x raised to 11 over 5. So that is the exponential form of instead of 2/5. And so forth, just like in just here. Okay? Next, express the following in radical form. So this one is the given is exponential form, then you just change it only. Just change, not to simplify. Okay? So you just change. If we have, as you may see here, we have only different exponential form, or their denominator, they have a difference. So what we will do there? So first get the LCD so that they have the same denominator. So how do we do that? So as we learn in our past topic, so use the butterfly method, that is 5 times 2 equals 10. Okay? And then you just multiply the 5 times 3, so that will become 15. Then in the same part, this one, 9 and then 15. So they have the same denominator. So we can change that into radical form. Again, take note, don't ever write a different in the term, don't ever write na maganito siya. For example, ganyan. Hindi po yan hindi po yan magiging tama. Okay, tama po yung exchange pero mali po yung final answer. Para magdodoble pa po kayo. If I were you po, kapag once sa ganyan, i-ano na po, i-change na. Okay? Next. So, just like here, so there is a open close parenthesis, 1/3 x squared plus y squared raised to 1/3. So, we just add it. Okay? You just write the index 3 and then 1. Don't need to write a 1. And then in this part, as you may see, okay, as you may see, x is 2/3, y is 1/6, z is 1/2. So you just again find the LCD and then to get their common index. Okay? Sir, how do we, for example, another example for this. X is 2 fifth, B is 3/7, C is 4 4 4 5 na. Okay, so as we know, 5 and 5 are the same, but in the middle number B is not. Therefore, you might get first their denominator. Okay, so A will become, so as you may see, the LCD of this number is 35. Okay, and then we just write B 35, C is 35. So 35 divided by 5 is 7 times 2. That will become 14. Again, 35 divided by 7 is 5 times 3, 15. 35 times 5 is 7 again, and that will become 28. And then after that, you write there radical form. So it will become 35 root, the denominator, a raised to 14, because there is a 14 in numerator, b 15, c is 28. Okay? So that is how we express the exponent, 2 radical. So evaluate the following. So again, just like the first one, you need to get you need to get the exponential form of the number. Okay? So you may see in here. So these are the properties of exponential multiplication. A raised to 1 and x are multiplied by a raised to n. You just add, you just copy or add it. Okay? And then just like the division, a and 1n, so we just, they are just, enclosures, you just factor it. And where b is not equal to 0. And remember, rational is an exponent. 3 is raised to 1 half and exchange to 2, uh, 2 root of 3 to the base of 3. But that's when you call square root of 3, where is 3 is the base and 1 half is the exponent. Okay?